Welcome back to another Millennial in Debt video. If you are new here, hit that subscription button below. Turn on the notification bell so you get that every single time I upload a video. Today we're going to be talking about LinkedIn scams. LinkedIn, of course, is a wonderful, phenomenal tool to use on your job search journey. However, once the scammers make their way through, they make it 10 times more difficult to do something that's already a full-time job, right? Searching for a job is a full-time job. So we're going to go over the typical LinkedIn scams that you could expect to run into on your journey looking for a new job, and how to make sure that you do not fall victim to these scammers' scammy ass scams. So let's get right into it. The first thing we're going to cover are the red flags that you want to look for when you receive some sort of communication from someone that you may not know, or someone that looks like you might know them, or looks like they work for a company that you're interested in working for. You want to pay attention to these red flags. The first thing you want to pay attention to is incomplete profiles. For example, I received this message from a recruiter. Of course, it's so exciting to get messages from recruiters because that means your LinkedIn is properly optimized. However, if a recruiter does not even have a profile photo, that's a red flag. So absolutely 1000% be very cautious with profiles that have little to no information, missing a profile picture, or inconsistent information that does not match up with what you can typically expect to see from a recruiter. The second red flag is if an offer is too good to be true. That unfortunately means it probably is. Scammers really prey on people who are looking for new jobs by offering the moon and back with little to no qualifications or expectations, making the job description very vague and something that anyone could kind of do, or anyone can kind of fit the need. That is something you want to be cautious of. The third red flag is unsolicited messages. Now, I know you're like, Melissa, LinkedIn is all about building these connections. You're not always going to know people all the time that reach out to you. That is true. However, if someone reaches out to you that you have no prior connection to, they work for a company you've never really heard of, their profile looks a little suspicious, or if their profile just looks like generic, really, run that reverse Google search, y'all. Run that reverse Google search on those images, because you will be shocked to find out that people, especially with AI, people are just pulling out generic information, pulling out generic photos, and putting it into their LinkedIn profile. So if someone requests a connection, they do not have any mutual connections, or you've never heard of the company before, you don't know where they came from, and they immediately offer you a job offer, an interview, or a business opportunity, say it with me, red flag, correct. As with any scam on any platform, misspellings and grammar are going to be a dead giveaway, red flag if I've ever seen one, because scammers typically don't have a bachelor's or master's in English, right? They're not copyright masters. They do not care about spelling and grammar issues. They're just trying to get as many people in, get as many people's information as possible. So if you see a lot of grammar and spelling errors from the recruiter or on the job posting that they direct you to, do not click any links, then you know that is probably a red flag. And the last red flag that you want to look out for on LinkedIn is any pressure tactics. Yes, of course, the job market is competitive. Yes, of course, opportunities move rather quickly. However, if a job opportunity pops up and they're like limited time offer, this is not a sale. This is not Black Friday, right? So typically job opportunities are not going to disappear overnight. So if they are pressuring you to either provide information or provide any money, red flag, immediately report and stop all communication. Now, when it comes to these scammers on LinkedIn, they are typically looking for two things: your money or your personal information. It is extremely important to protect both, and here's how you're going to do that. You're going to limit your profile information to what is necessary to have a professional optimized LinkedIn. But LinkedIn is not Instagram, LinkedIn is not Twitter, it is not TikTok, so you do not need to overshare and provide information that can be used against you, or essentially put you in danger of having your data mined. That means not including your address or phone number anywhere on your LinkedIn profile. Your address also should not be on your resume, but we'll talk about that in another video. Connection requests, of course, similar with every social media platform, you want to have the numbers, right? The more connections you have, the easier networking is going to be, the easier it's going to be to get referrals and get your foot into the door. Yes, all of that is a fact. However, you don't want to just be accepting connection requests from any and everybody, because one, if you do not know them, if their profile is not really credible, is looking kind of sketchy, they're not going to benefit you, right? It's going to essentially be a dead connection, and that is not, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that, right? So be weary of connections that kind of pop out of the blue, especially if the profile is incomplete or you've never heard of the company and they have no other mutual connections. If the profile looks shady, no, we're not connecting. Sorry. Message content should also be very similar to how you navigate on your profile, which means you are not giving anyone your phone number, you're not giving anyone your home address, you are absolutely not giving out your social security number or any other details that are going to put your personal information or your personal life at risk. And the last thing when it comes to protecting your personal information and personal security on LinkedIn, especially from these scammers, is not clicking links that are not verified. The best and smartest thing to always do with any links that you don't know where they came from or you don't know who the sender is, go to the link through Google, right? Type in that link yourself and find out if that posting is actually live on the website of the company or if this is some sort of phishing scam where they're trying to get you to click so that they have access to your computer and all other crazy, iRobot, alien takeover, computer robot takeover that we see in all the movies. I don't want that for you. Now, you really want to think about how you can verify the legitimacy of offers or recruiter messages that are coming through. And the really big important thing is to always do your research. Always head to the actual website instead of just clicking any links that might be sent through messages or just focusing on LinkedIn, the platform itself. So if you see an opening on Sony, someone reaches out to you on Sony, you head to sony.com and you look up that application. Outside of going to the company website, you also want to contact HR if you feel that you have been scammed. I'm not sure if you've seen the TikTok video that's gone pretty viral of the girl that went through the interview process, got the job offer, and lost, I think it was $2,000 or $3,000 because they told her she had to order her supplies and that they would pay her back. No, right? If you feel like something's a little off, you can contact the company, you can contact HR, and they'll let you know if this is a legitimate person that you're speaking to or if it's some kind of really sketchy thing. Word to the wise, it doesn't matter if it's a tech company or non-tech company, whatever it is, there are no companies that are going to ask you to buy your own supplies and they'll pay you back. It's just not a thing. And the last piece when you're checking the legitimacy of any offers is you want to check the job description itself. Of course, you're looking for spelling and grammar errors, but you're looking for any discrepancies that may be different, right? So if you see the role on LinkedIn and you see maybe a similar role on the company website, obviously you want to go with the company website and say, hey, I saw these inaccuracies or I saw these inconsistencies. Is this the role that you've posted on LinkedIn? If not, then of course that particular description can be flagged and then we can know, everyone can know like, somebody tried to get us out here pretending to be Sony. Report any profiles that you find to be kind of sketchy. It's better to be safe than to be sorry. And of course, you want to flag any messages, flag any profiles, flag any job descriptions or job roles that are open that just are not hitting the mark of being legitimate job offerings. It's hard enough out here already. We don't need to be sifting through a bunch of scams and junk and nonsense. And of course, you want to never, ever, 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 ever share your LinkedIn password. And as a double, triple security measure, you want to turn on two-factor authentication. That is all I have for you today. Happy job hunting. And if you are looking for support, I have an 8-week career development accountability group that is open for registration from now until September 8th. You join us on September 12th and we are going to get that bag. We're going to secure the bag. We're going to do all the things that we do with that bag, but you're getting that new role and I'm so excited. I can't wait to get the messages. I really can't. I will catch you in the next video. Peace.